Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Dr. Nick, and welcome back to the 90s Guys Show. We've all seen these in the stores. It started a few years ago with the Atari flashbacks, the Intellivision, the ColecoVision, the Sega Genesis, supposedly with all these great games, and you plug it in and it's just as good as the original Genesis. Not true. I have actually played these systems, and with the NES Mini coming out last year, there's been ones that have been floating around the internet. 500 games in one console. One where it just says entertainment system on it. One by a company called like Cool Dude or so, I don't even know. But it's like, okay, these are claiming to be just as good as systems as the NES Mini. But we know, at least from people who've bought these things, they are not. They have ROMs put in them with the games on it, but they are very crappily done. The picture's off, the sound's off. If you've ever looked on the back of some of these things, like especially the Sega Genesis, there's like maybe 30 games that are actual like big titles of like Streets of Rage, Mortal Kombat, Sonic the Hedgehog, and then you have a bunch of like filler titles of like Bubble Racer and Stack'ems and a bunch of random stuff. And the reason why I want to bring this up is because I was in a Meijer store a couple days ago during Black Friday, and there was a woman and her son. Her son probably looked to be 14, 15 years old, and he was looking at the Sega Genesis, not the Sega Genesis flashback to where it looks like an actual console, but the one that looked like a Model 3 Sega Genesis. And he's like, oh wow, Mom, I wonder if this is similar to a regular Sega Genesis. It has all these games on it, and the graphics look good on the box. And I heard him over talk about this, and I had to say something. I said, honestly, if you want something that is going to be good quality, good sound, and be as close as possible to a regular Genesis, I said I would actually go get just a regular Genesis system from a retro video game store, Craigslist, something like that, and just buy the games. I said this particular system, it plugs in through the AV out composite cables. The sound is off. The graphics are awful. It is just not worth the $40 to $50 that you're going to spend on this thing. Just like these, 50 or 500 games on one system. There was somebody selling one for like $100 near me, and it had, he was, 500 games. I accidentally bought two, and I looked at the listings on some of these, and there was like Mario 1, Mario 2, Mario 3, 5, 6, 7. I was like, what is this crap? And basically what these systems are, these clone systems, are their ROMs put into a shell, but they're very cheaply done. They're from overseas, China, Hong Kong, Mexico, places like that. You're going to find these cheap knockoff systems, and don't get ripped off because the boxes look similar to an authentic NES Mini. The first clue, obviously, is the 30 games is supposed to be on there, and the list of games. You have to look at the picture clearly. A fellow YouTuber has accidentally bought one of these. The person claimed it was an NES Mini. He got it, ended up being a clone system. The guy's channel is Reen Bean. Go check him out. Great videos. Super cool guy. But I would not waste my money on these systems. I'm not so sure about the Sega Genesis flashback that is coming out or has already arrived in stores. I don't know if this is an improvement on the actual system itself. The other one was done by a company called like At Games or something. But definitely don't waste your money on these things. You'll see them at Dollar General, Walmart, Meijer, stuff like that. Run about $40 to $50. The ColecoVision and the Intellivision and the Atari flashbacks, those are great. I mean, you can't really screw up on those. The graphics are simplistic, the sound's simplistic, and I've actually played a couple of these, and they're not bad. They're definitely worth your $25, $30. Tons of retro goodness on these systems. So those are my tips on if you see these systems, don't waste your money, don't get conned, and you know, just be careful what you're buying. But anyways, like this video, hit the subscribe button down below, and hit the little bell icon to make sure you get all the notifications for all my videos, and I will see you all later.